And we're live. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here at the Hungarian for the Hungarian Grand Prix. My name is Miran MG in the commentary box once again. And yes, Formula 1 takes to Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Good to be back at this circuit once again for yet another year. And while we're at it, let's go through the circuit before we get stuck in with qualifying. Now, I should note, before we get underway with that as well, is that we are running a shortened qualifying. So there's 5 minutes less of qualifying and 10 laps knocked off the race distance due to time constraints. So we do apologize for that. But yes, the Hungarian Grand Prix circuit then, the Hungaroring, located in Magyarod, just outside the Hungarian capital city of Budapest. This circuit was first opened in 1986, which saw Formula One's first ever venture to the Eastern Bloc back when Hungary was still controlled by a communist government. 14 turns, 4.381 kilometers of track length. We got 2 DRS zones on the circuit, one down the start-finish straight and the other one on the run down to turn 2. So pretty close DRS zones there. And if someone were to tell you about this circuit, they'd often compare it to a karting circuit. And a lot of people do make that, do say that it is quite a lot like a karting circuit just due to its lack of straights. There aren't a lot of straights on the circuit and a lot of medium corners. So that in turn also that in turn also leads a lot of teams to go for high downforce setups. A lot of downforce is needed for the circuit, so yeah, you don't really have to. We're not going to see any overtakes on the straights. Rest assured. I think most of it is going to happen in the corners because that is what is most important on this circuit. I believe if you were to summarize this track in one sentence, it would be Monaco without the walls. And it is quite a short lap time around here, surprisingly. I think we're going to see somewhere around the 117s and low 118s maybe. But let's get stuck in with qualifying then. We've got everyone out on time, out on track at the moment. The first 2 times have been set by Alexander Arnold and Linus Timmel. Arnold setting a 1:20.9. Obviously, our newest race winner now, Alexander Arnold. We'll see if he's able to do it again. But obviously, last year's winner here was Dennis Graf, who currently just went faster than Alexander Arnold. So we'll see if the German is able to do it again. And we'll see if he is able to make it a 2 in a row victory here at the Hungarian. Obviously, he won his home race at the first ever German Grand Prix that we had just last week. So we'll see if the world champion is able to take the win for a second consecutive time. As this was the circuit where Graf took his first victory. But we'll see if anyone is able to challenge his time. Here's Alexander Arnold trying to get past Linus Timmel there into turn 13, trying to go on the outside there, but that's going to turn into the inside now into the final corner, turn 14. That is actually a hit into the pit entry there for Alexander Arnold, and that is not going to be very good for him. That looked like a pretty hefty impact, and that might see some damage to the car for Alexander Arnold. So I think that actually is going to affect him. He's going to have to come into the pit lane to get that car fixed. I think the front wing and the nose are going to be quite damaged. Obviously, we saw things like damage and such playing a lot of big role last year. Here is Balint Jolja, as we saw him there before. Oh no, as that is actually the Alexander Arnold, and he's making contact with the Red Bull there. And yeah, the swift re-entry. That was Alfred Klaus who made contact with the broken car of Arnold. I think not very good for fighting. I think it was just a bit of an understeer moment there. But already drama in qualifying, as Alexander Arnold has hit the Red Bull of Alfred Klaus. There is Dennis Graf, as just lets him by. Balinjolia though is up in P7 in his home race at the moment. So that is pretty good from the Hungarian. He's going to want to impress in front of his home crowd today. So we see Mohamed Patel, P8 it is for him right now. And it is P5 for Thomas Mandert at the moment, who's done very, very well to get that Renault up into 5th place. And Franco Gamba in 6th, usually where we would see the Italian during qualifying. As Mohamed Patel and Miran Evji P8 and P9, so they've not gone off to a very, very good start in qualifying at the moment, but we'll see them get up to speed eventually. Let's see Victor Albom as he crosses the line. No improvement for the Dane. He stays P15 as there he's attempting a move on Josef Fredrik Suto. Will the Williams hold him up too much? Let's see as they head into turn 2. Albom on the outside now. Is Suto going to try to challenge for track position? I think he is, as they go side by side. And no, Suto actually gets ahead, so Albom was unable to get ahead of him, meaning that both have lost time as a result. There goes Milka Sting up at the P11. Lewis McIntyre in P10 as well. That is one thing that should be worth mentioning. The two Saubers in P10 and P11. So they've done very well themselves with 7 minutes remaining, so I'm not sure if they'll hold those positions. But yeah, the Saubers haven't done very, very well in qualifying recently, so I think that should be a good run of confidence for the pair of them. As Mohammed Patel does improve, gets into the top 6, so he's up into P5 now, but a quite long way back, as he's 8/10 off Alfred Klaus, who's on pole. I did miss that. Alfred Klaus took pole position while I wasn't looking, so that sees Dennis Graf down to 2nd place, with Jesper Johansson in 3rd. As we can see, Victor Albom just starting his lap time, so he was not able to improve on the previous one after the little duel he had with Josef Fredrik Suto. Suto not too far from him either. Hungary just next to Slovakia, so yeah, might be a bit familiar for him. As Vojta Kursak goes P11, splits the two Saubers in P10 and P12. Victor Albom's been knocked down to P16. He's just behind Kai Cherezhny and P15, who had a really good race back in Germany, so I think he really demonstrated his potential. Here's Miran Evji behind the Force India there, so I think, yeah, he's gonna start his flying lap now, but the question is he gonna be able to overtake whoever that is? And we'll see if that question will be answered soon. Ennis Prachi goes P10, knocks Lewis McIntyre out of the P10. So that's his Macedonian into the points. Linus Timmel surprisingly in last place though. He's not been able to get off the back foot here at Hungary in qualifying. So yeah, a bit of a disappointing result for the Swede, but we'll see if he's able to get up to grips with 5 minutes remaining. Same goes for Victor Albom. He's going to want to clear Josef Fredrik Suto if he wants to set a competitive lap time, but that looks unlikely at the moment unless he comes into the pits. As there goes Balint Jolga. Balint Jolga up into P5. What a lap from the Hungarian driver at his home race. Goes ahead of the Red Bull sister car actually. So that is a stellar lap time from Balint Jolga. Up into 5th place he goes. A 10th faster than the senior team driver Mohammed Patel. That is really nice, and I think that will be nice for the Hungarian fans watching as well. As there comes Josef Fredrik Suto into the pits, you just see there. So that's going to allow Victor Albom to finally be able to push for a competitive lap. Miran Evji in the meanwhile is still stuck behind the Force India. So Evji having a bit of difficulties. Alfred Klaus improves, so he improves on his pole time. Let's see Dennis Graf, he's stuck behind Lavan Zasnishkai there. Zasnishkai improves, up into P14 he goes, but Graf cannot improve. So that sees the world champion stay 2nd, and he actually is 3rd as Alexander Arnold is P2 there. So very good lap time from Alexander Arnold. One thing I did fail to mention as well is Lewis McIntyre up into P9, so he's done well too, the British driver. His Linus Timel, they're trying to get ahead of Lamas Nishkai. Here's Miran Evji, as I think that is Franco Gamba. I think I saw the number 88 there. That is Franco Gamba, as we see him come into the pits. So Evji is able to push as well. As we see Patel coming out of the pits. So there is the Force India of Kai Cherezhnia. So another front runner with a Force India ahead of them. So we're seeing traffic play a big role here in quali, as we see yet another driver stuck behind traffic. That is Linus Timel, the Swedish driver in the McLaren, who is having a Williams in front to deal with, as Jesper Johansson has gone up to P3, as we see Alfred Klaus. Oh no, he's got the Sauber ahead of him there as well. I think that might be Lewis McIntyre, actually. No, that was Milka Singh. Here is Lewis McIntyre, speaking of the devil, as seems to be a very close pack of cars here, so this could get a bit messy, but we'll see how this turns out. Mohamed Patel, though, he's got Kai Cherezhnia ahead of him. Let's see if the pair is going to be able to improve. Oh, Patel's going to start his lap, but Cherezhnia is going to cross the line and goes P12, so that is still good enough for the Polish driver. Linus Timel, though, in the McLaren, not performing very well. He's got 2 minutes to set a lap, and Miran Evji surprisingly come into the pits. So might that mean no more running for the Swede, because that might see him stay P10, which is going to be a horrible qualifying for him. Alfred Klaus crosses the line, opening for him. Alexander Arnold, now with the fixed car, is trying to get, I believe that is, I think that was the Williams Suto, but either way it doesn't matter, because Arnold is now coming into the pits. Here's Mohamed Patel, as Linus Timel was able to improve, but he still stays P20, so I think either there's something wrong with the setup, or Timel is just lacking in pace. Here's Mohamed Patel, though, trying to get out of Kai Cherezhnia. I had a tiny bit of a look there, as Tomas Mandic has gone up into P5, so very, very nice time for the Croatian. Just goes ahead of Balan Jolga in P6. Jolga is definitely going to be satisfied with starting 6th in his home race. Mohamed Patel, though, still not able to get past the Force India, so I think he must be a bit frustrated with the Force India ahead, as he's not able to set any lap time, any competitor lap time. But Wojtek Kulasek there up into P9, so the Czech driver brings his Renault up into 9th place. That knocks Lewis McIntyre into P10. Here's Alfred Klaus and Milka Singh both cross the line, no improvement for them. Jesper Johansson's gone into the pit lane, so no more running for him. Linus Timel still has Zasnishkai ahead of him, so Timel must be very, very frustrated, as Franco Gamba goes up into P5 now, so good lap time from him, as Linus Timel went up into P18 there, but that's P19 now, as Josef Fredrik Suter goes P17. But now the checkered flag is out. We're waiting for 14 cars to cross the line. Will it be Alfred Klaus on pole for the first time in 2018, or will it be someone else? Let's see. Arnold, Johansson, and Evji are in the pit lane, so none of those three are able to challenge for the pole at the moment. Let's see Dennis Graf, though. Is he able to take pole here at Hungary? Let's see as he crosses the line. No, he can't. Dennis Graf stays P4. There's someone else who's going to cross the line behind him. I did not catch who that was, but we'll see as everyone else crosses the line. You're going to have to watch the timing sheets on the left to see when anyone improves. Here's Labas Nishkai, though, heading into turn 12. There's Linus Timel behind him, as the pair of them make their way around turn number 13 and on to turn 14, the final corner, the right-hander. There is Josef Fredrik Suto behind as well. Victor Albon goes up to P17. Let's see Zasnishka and Timel. Where will they go? As it's an improvement for Suto, but Timel can improve and no one can improve, and that means that Alfred Klaus is on pole position here in Hungary. So let's go through the let's go through the grid then before lights out here at the Hungaroring. So Alfred Klaus takes pole position for the first time in 2018 here at Hungary with Alexander Arnold, who was just able to secure P2 after his little incident in qualifying. P3 is Jesper Johansson with Dennis Graf in P4, Franco Gamba P5 with Thomas Mandich P6. Then it is Balint Jolga, an incredible P7, just ahead of the Red Bull senior driver Mohamed Patel in P8. Then it's Wojtek Kulisek P9 and Lewis McIntyre, a very, very surprising P10 for him. That must definitely feel good for the Brit. Miran Evji, a P11 that should not feel very good for him, as the Ferrari driver is out of the point with Enis Pratchke P12. Kai Terezhnia is P13 with Milka Singh P14, Laban Zasnishkai and Josef Fredrik Suter, the two Williams teammates, P15 and P16. Rail Patel P17 with Victor Album P18. Linus Timel, frustrating performance from him in qualifying, P19, and then it's Ruslan Protsik in last place. So let's get underway with the race, shall we? 6 lights await us. Alfred Klaus on pole for the first time in 2018. As we are on our way here at Hungary. Everyone getting away well then, but a very good start for Alexander Arnold. Has he already lined up alongside Alfred Klaus? But look at that, here comes Dennis Graf. The three-way for the lead. Graf backs out, and that's going to allow Graf to follow through on Arnold. But Klaus leads into turn 1 as Graf has settled into second. There goes Thomas Mandich. He's going to try around the outside of Alexander Arnold. No, he hasn't. He had a bit of a thought about it, but he couldn't quite get that. There's Jesper Johansson. He's down to 5th place as Balint Jolga is up into P6, but he's now under pressure with Franco Gamba as he goes side by side, heading into turn 4. Oh, both of them going wide. But Jolga trying to hold it around the outside as there's Mohamed Patel, who's falling back a bit. Miran FG, horrible start for him. He's falling down to P13. There's Mohamed Patel as it 3-wide into the chicane. That can end well, and it certainly hasn't, as they had a bit of a as they banged wheels there. But yeah, a bit of an argy-bargy there into the chicane. That saves Mohamed Patel down into P8. But Balint Jolga, surprisingly, is able to hold P7 with Franco Gamba in P6. And Thomas Mandich is up into P4. He's had an absolutely incredible start. There's Mohamed Patel having to defend from Enis Pratchke. Surprisingly, there's Kai Terezhnia defending from Lewis McIntyre. Terezhnia is up into P11 at the start. Here's Enis Pratchke trying to go round the outside. Oh, as that is Patel into the wall. And oh no, that is big damage to the Red Bull driver. And this is going to throw everything into chaos, I'm sure, because that is going to be big damage for the British driver. And I think the best option... Oh no, as he's going into the back of the Force India there. That is Kai Terezhnia. His race is over as he's been absolutely rear-ended by Mohamed Patel. Nothing the young Polish driver could do there. And that sees him out of the Hungarian Grand Prix. And that was a big crash actually for Terezhnia. But really, really unfortunate for Terezhnia. That is definitely not the way he wanted his race to go. And quite a big accident for him. We might see reprimands for Mohamed Patel happening. But look at that, he's falling down the order. Just absolutely. And he's had massive damage to that front wing. And that's going to definitely see a massive lack of downforce for Mohamed Patel in a track that is so dependent on downforce. But yes, again, very, very unfortunate for Kai Terezhnia. You have to feel for him. He was doing pretty well at the start, and then he just had that taken from him. As here we see Ruslan Protsik is closing in on his Danish teammate Victor Album. Let's see if the pair is able to go side by side with each other. Here's Jesper Johansson in the meanwhile. Oh, going a bit wide, but he is catching up to Thomas Mandich in P4. And Thomas Mandic in P4 in what is his rookie season. I mean, that is incredible stuff for him. As here's Joseph Eric Suto. Look at that. He's going side by side with Rail Patel. As Suto now trying to hold the outside to turn 4. Let's see if anyone's off. Oh no, that is Lewis McIntyre. And McIntyre is off. No, and that is the second retirement of the session. And Lewis McIntyre was doing oh so well in the first stages of this race. Is he able to get the car running again? I don't think he is. And that is pain for Lewis McIntyre. I think that is the second retirement in only 3 laps. I don't think he's going to be very, very happy with that, as that sees the second retirement of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Dennis Groff, though, he's catching Alfred Klaus. We could see a battle for the lead forming here. Obviously, yesterday in Formula 2, we had a quite nice chase for the lead. So I think we're seeing that once again here at the Hungarian. And yes, that is Lewis McIntyre out. It will be investigated after the race. We did not really see on camera on what happened, unfortunately. But that sees McIntyre out, unfortunately. Alexander Arnold, though, he's catching Dennis Groff. This could be a 3-way battle for the lead. Oh no, as that is someone else off who's hit the barrier in the same way as Mohamed Patel. Is that Victor Album, maybe? Yes, it is. As he is down to P15. He's still able to go, though, so he's only lost the position. But Album's still able to carry on. But one thing that is surprising me is that Mohamed Patel is carrying on, even though his car's completely broken. Which is something that could maybe be classified as dangerous driving. But we'll see if that has any major implications on the race. We'll wait and see. Here's Ruslan Protsic under pressure from Rail Patel. Ooh, Patel going very wide there. So wasn't able to do that. Let's see the position gains, though. Dennis Groff up 2, Thomas Mandic up 2 as well. Wojtek Kulasek up 1, Dennis Partey up 3, and Milka Singh is up 4. So Singh doing very, very well. Suto up 4, Protsiuk is up 7, which is absolutely incredible. Rail Patel, Album, and Timel up 3. Then the losers, Johansson down 2, Sasnishkai down 2, Cherezhnia and McIntyre retired, but Mohamed Patel is down 10. So Patel, unfortunately for him, might not be able to continue. I think retirement should be a thing that should be considered, because I think actually that the front runners might be closing in to the stricken Red Bull, as here is, oh yes, I think they actually might be. And oh no, Alfred Klaus is gonna have to watch out, because he's now got the broken car of his teammate ahead of him, and Mohamed Patel lets him pass. What are these tactics? As I think blue flags are being waved here, and yes, Patel at least lets everyone through, so that is good. So yeah, that is at least some grace in defeat for Ron Patel. Here's Miran Evji catching Milka Singh. There is Mohamed Patel. He's letting everyone past. I wonder if he also might have suspension damage. I think the hit into the barriers might have knocked the front suspension of the Red Bull. It made it a bit weird, as there is... Oh no, that is another crash actually. And that is Balin Jolga. And Jolga is off as well. And... oh no, it was running in the points too, so that sees Balin Jolga out of the Hungarian Grand Prix after contact with Enis Parachki. Now the question is, we're seeing a lot of retirements and in an unusual amount in the same spot, so I think the AI are struggling with going side by side through that corner. So I think that actually might be a definite retirement for Jolga, which is really, really unfortunate. His home race too, so that's going to be disappointing for him. And yes, that sees Balin Jolga out of the Hungarian Grand Prix, which is unfortunate, as FG was able to get past Milka Singh. Alexander Arnold, though, still trying to catch Dennis Groff, as Linus Timel has been able to overtake Victor Album. Album obviously has damage, so his car is I think far slower at the moment. Here's Alex Arnold though is catching Dennis Groff. Could he be able to make the move? Miran Evge is catching Enis Parashki, so we could see the Swede overtaking the Macedonian for P8. As they head into turn 14, let's see if that Ferrari power unit is able to do wonders down the straight. As FG tries to line up on the side, the Hungarian in the McLaren, or Hungarian, sorry, Macedonian, my apologies. They go side by side into turn 1 then, FG on the inside. Let's see who's going to be able to get it now as they go to the run down to turn 2. FG on the outside, trying to go the long way round. Let's see if he's able to make it though, as they go side by side. There's Victor Album, oh no, as he's being held up by Mohamed Patel, and I think this is very similar to what happened in last year's Hungarian Grand Prix, but Patel eventually lets them pass. No, he's gonna try it again, and oh no, that's contact for Album and Patel, but no major damage, so they're both able to continue. But I think the FIA definitely will investigate the driving standards that are being conducted in this race. So I think definitely there will be a post-race investigation launched towards this. But now, as we see Dennis Groff closing in on Alfred Klaus, or I think it might be Alexander Arnold catching Dennis Groff actually, so I think it's the opposite. Groff, it might be losing time on Klaus. Lava Zasnishkai though is caught up to Victor Album. Let's see if Zasnishkai is able to make the move on Victor Album. Both former Formula 2 drivers, now in Formula 1. Album has front wing damage, but Zasnishkai has actually a tiny bit of damage as well. I did not see that. There's Miran Evge trying it on Enis Parachki once again, as the pair of them head side by side. Parachki has damage, so he's actually doing an incredible job defending from Evge at the moment. So that he's actually held off Evge, so he's done very well, Enis, showing that defending skill of his. That's allowed Milka Singh to catch up, so we might see a three-way battle for P8. And I think this might be rather embarrassing for Miran Evge, as he's gotten into the points just because other people have DNF'd. So it is going to be an embarrassing performance from him, I'm sure. Enis Parachki though, trying to hold on into turn 12. Evge's going to try it now, and I think, yeah, Parachki's going to hold on. And we've seen a battle happening. Look at that, there goes Milka Singh on the inside of Miran Evge. Evge's gone wide, and that's how Singh to slip through. What a great move from Milka Singh. And that sees the Alfa Romeo up into P9. What a great move from him. Now as they head down the straight though, let's see if Singh is able to get anyone. We'll have a look on Enis Parachki. No, he doesn't. So he's going to get them. Oh, as the pair of them go wide, both Singh and FG went a bit wider. That's going to allow Josef Freik Suter behind to catch up. So is this turning into a four-way battle for P8 maybe? As, oh no, here's absolute chaos here at the lead. Oh no, what is happening here? As something strange is happening here. Alfred Klaus has gone past Mohamed Patel. Dennis Groff P2 with Alexander Arnold P3 and Thomas Mandic. Okay, so everything is all right here. Everyone stays in the respective positions, but I think Jesper Johansson did get ahead a bit of Thomas Mandic for a tiny bit, but I think he let him back pass once again. Here is Miran Evge trying on Milka Singh, trying to regain that P9 now from the Alfa Romeo driver. I think Evge might have damage as well, but I'm not sure by how much, as they're going to try it now. You don't want to go side by side into that corner. We've seen what happens there, and FG knows, so he stays behind. But we'll be able to get Singh down the straight. Obviously, both Ferrari-powered cars, so he doesn't really have the biggest advantage down the straight. But there goes Enis Parachki on the Red Bull there of Mohamed Patel. Hopefully, they won't hold him off too much, as Patel Yeah, letting everyone by, so that's good. But Suto looks to be struggling a bit. I think the blue flags will be out, but definitely there will be some reprimands handed out because of this, because this is not very, very good behavior. As yeah, Patel with a lot of damage. I don't know why he's not retired yet, but I think that's just the ACAI sometimes. Let's see this battle though, FG versus Singh. Let's see if FG is able to get Milka Singh now. No, he isn't, so he stays back for now. Got 13 laps remaining in this race. So FG still has some time to try and get past. Unfortunate for everyone else though that's retired. Chiragnia, McIntyre and Jolga, they're all driving great races, so unfortunate for them that they retired. Enis Parachki though has been able to hold that P8 then, as Thomas Mandic as well has been able to hold the P4, so he's done incredibly to try and hold off the Mercedes of Johansson. Not the first time Mandic has been outpacing his machinery. As we'll see the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull there side by side. Two broken cars going side by side. As Milka Singh trying to catch up to Enis Parachi, but I think that McLaren is just a tad bit faster than the Alfa Sauber. As FG in what is undoubtedly the fastest car out of these three by a long shot is not even able to catch up to Singh. So we'll see if he's actually close enough to make the move here. Let's see if he is, as no he wasn't, so FG stays back for now. As they head into turn 14, let's see if anyone of them is able to get each other down the straight. I don't think they're going to be able to though, so let's see. As FG does look a bit close to Singh, has a bit of a look there on the inside. He's actually going to try it on the young Indian driver. Let's see as they head side by side into turn 2 now. As FG goes on the outside. Let's see if he's able to make it this time. As Singh going to have to try and fight all he can to hold on to that P9. But the question is if he's going to even be able to do it. And he has. So Singh has defended from multiple time race winner Miran FG in what is a far worse car. So impressive stuff from Milka Singh then, as he stays in P9 at the moment, but he's still got FG behind, so he's gonna have to defend on a few more occasions. Let's see, he's actually going to be able to try into turn 12. Let's see as he goes on the inside, but I don't think he's made it though. He hasn't. So I think FG is getting a bit impatient then behind the Alfa Romeo Sauber car of Milka Singh. They head into turn 1. Oh, a bit wide there for FG. That's not going to allow him to catch up to Milka Singh. That's allowed Joseph Freddy Suto to catch up, actually. He's on the tail of that Ferrari, but I don't think Suto's going to be able to make the move with the machinery. There goes Dennis Groff on Mohammed Patel. There he goes. As Alexander Arnold trying to get past as well. Oh, no. And that is not good for Alexander Arnold, as he slips by. Thomas Mahler is getting past as well, so this is for Johansson. But look at the gaps between everyone now. That has, I think that's definitely impacted the that could have definitely impacted the race, because the gaps are quite big now at the lead. Vojta Kulasek though, he's caught up to Franco Gamba, so we could see this develop into a little battle of their own for P6, the Renault versus the Force India. Let's see who's going to be able to get this as they're approaching traffic now. They're all going to have to get through cleanly. Oh no, it's very slow. But I think they're both able to get ahead. As, yes, they have. I think Kulasek just ahead. Yes, he is. So Kulasek is going to have to try and hold off. Or no, Gamba is going to try to hold off Kurosek once again. Wasn't a lot of time difference there in the races. Or in the... Now the words are getting away from me. There wasn't a lot of time difference before they had to deal with the traffic. Here's FG though. Oh, that's Singh actually being stuck behind. And that's allowed FG to creep past. And FG in a bit of a foul manner, I must say, up into P9. So Singh down into P10. Unfortunate for him. As here's Ruslan Protsiuk trying in on Josef Suto, but they've got traffic to deal with. Protsiuk, oh no, he's not able to get out of the Red Bull there. As they go side by side into the chicane, but I think Protsiuk is going to head. Yeah, he is. Protsiuk ahead, but Alexander Arnold, look at that, he's caught up to Dennis Groff. The two Germans could be dueling for P2 now, as Alfred Klaus is going to comfortably lead here in Hungary. Let's see Arnold though as he's closing in on Groff. Let's see if he's close enough to make the move. No, not yet. So, yes, he's gone a bit wide into turn 1. Let's see Wojtek Kulasek though. Is he close enough to overtake Franco Gamba? No, he isn't. So they both stay there. But you could see there on the timing differences that Kulasek was almost a second faster than Gamba. But I think that might have been with the overtaking of lapped cars. So, yeah. Wojtek Kulasek though still trying to catch Franco Gamba for P6. 4-10 separate them at the moment. Kulasek is putting Franco Gamba under a lot of pressure right now. So we'll see if Gamba will crack under pressure, or if he will be able to hold on to that P6. Alexander Arnold as well, trying to get Dennis Groff for the lead. They got Victor Albom there to lap. Hopefully the Haas driver won't hold them up too much. So let's see as they head into turn 14. Let's see if the Haas driver will hold them off too much as they head down the main straight now. As Linus Timel past Rail Patel, but let's watch this battle as Groff is looking to get past Albom, but can't quite get past the Haas there. Might that allow Alexander Arnold to catch up? No, he's actually fallen back a bit. That's allowed Thomas Mandic to catch up. Ooh, actually went on the grass there a bit, as I think they did make contact there, actually. It looked a bit like it, but either way, both of them will remain P3 and P4. There's Alexander Arnold. He's going to try it on the Haas now. Into P3. And oh no! That is Alexander Arnold off! And he's hit the Haas of Victor Albom. And that is Alex Arnold off at turn 4. The same corner where he made contact with Mohamed Patel in qualifying. He goes off in the race. And both of them are out. No! And that sees Thomas Mandic up into the podium in what is an absolutely chaotic race at the moment. Sees their young Croatian in his rookie season up into P3. And what a spectacular turn of events here at the Hungarian, as everyone trying to get ahead of Mohamed Patel, the rolling roadblock. I guess he is acting a bit like that at the moment because he's incredibly slow. Everyone trying to get past him. This is going to be frustrating. As Protsiuk into the points as a result. But that sees 2 more retirements added to this race. Arnold and Albom are both out. We'll see if any of them will receive penalties, which will be added for the next race. But Thomas Mandic, this man in his first ever season, currently sits in P3, which is going to be absolutely incredible for the young Croatian. Maybe not the way he'd like to have had the maybe not the way he'd like to have his first ever podium, but I guess a podium is a podium. But let's see, he's got Jesper Johansson behind, so we could see that change anytime shortly. Here's Mohamed Patel going awfully slow, and I don't know why he's not pulled over yet. This is really, really frustrating, I must say, as there's Alfred Klaus. Oh no. Yeah, lets him by. I think he's gonna let everyone else by as well. No, he's not let Dennis Groff by. Dennis Groff is stuck behind the Red Bull. Thomas Mandic up into second. This is unbelievable. Thomas Mandic is up into P2. Dennis Groff, though, frustrating for him. He's down to P4 in what is an absolutely chaotic race. Oh no. Mohamed Patel letting everyone by, though. He's let everyone by there at least. But yeah, this is just so stupid to watch, honestly. And I do not know why he's not retiring, but that is really, really stupid. And hopefully his adventures will be put to an end sometime soon. But here's Josef Erik Suto. He's catching Milka Singh now for the points. So Suto, only driver yet to score points in F1. Here's Jesper Johansson, very, very close to Thomas Mandic now. They've got the Williams there of Laban Sosnishkai to clear. Hopefully Sosnishkai won't be too much of a hassle for them, as Mandic and Johansson are now going to do it for P2. They're going to have to clear the Williams as Mandic. Oh, the Williams has gone off actually. Oh no, very, very dangerous re-entry for the Williams, but Mandic has been able to clear him, as Jesper Johansson as well. We'll see if Dennis Groff is able to get past the Williams, as Johansson trying to go around the outside of his former teammate, remember. So Johansson now up into third, back again. They've cleared the traffic for now. As yeah, we have received message from race control, race to be red flagged by lap 20, no restart. So this is the final or second to last lap, as Josef Erik Suto and Milka Singh go side by side. Not through here though. This is not going to work because he's Suto going to the wall here, and yet there goes. So I think, yeah, okay, yeah, I think we're going to have the results reinstated from the lap before here. And I think we may award half points for this race, unfortunately, because, yeah, that's a bit shameful. Yeah, red flag is out. So that sees the conclusion to the Hungarian Grand Prix. But then we're just going to wait for him to cross the line. But we can say that Alfred Klaus wins the Hungarian Grand Prix then. So that sees Alfred Klaus take his second victory in Formula 1 in probably not the way he wanted. And Thomas Mandic, as we're going to see, yes, we're going to see Alfred Klaus now, as he only has the final corner to go. And Alfred Klaus wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. But we still have the young Renault driver of Thomas Mandic, who is going to come home second place for Renault. As Thomas Mandic is second. What an incredible race for the Croatian. Jesper Johansson is third. Dennis Groff is fourth. Franco Gambas can come home fifth. And Wojtek Korosek sixth. A very, very good day in the office for Renault. Although half points are going to be awarded. We've still got everyone crossing the line. Mirna to P8. Ruslan Protsik P9. With Milka Singh P10. So yeah, that is the race over then. We really didn't want it to end like this. Yeah, it was a shame to end the Hungarian Grand Prix like this. We really didn't want to do it like this. Obviously, no one wants a race end like this. We're gonna investigate everything after the race. And yeah, but that is it then for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to Alfred Klaus. Congratulations to Thomas Manders as well on the podium. And yes, we will see you tomorrow then for the IndyCar race at Ottawa. So until then, it is goodbye.